Hey Taurus, happy birthday month. It's Taurus season already. I hope you're all doing well. So this is going to be a quick energy check-in for you, Taurus, just to see what's going on for your birthday month. Um, I was sensing that a lot of you could be focusing on your health right now, on your body. And for Taurus, the body is really important to work on because it is your sense of grounding. It is your container. And more so than the other signs, Taurus body, especially the throat area, can become very susceptible to imbalances. Maybe even with your digestive system, you may have experienced some imbalances. I know I have. I am a Taurus sun. But let's see. We also have a Chiron in Taurus right now. And the years, Chiron will be in Taurus for the next 9 years, 8 to 9 years. Actually, no. Yeah, 8 to 9 years is Chiron in Taurus. It will enter Taurus actually on June 19th. And it is around, if you were born in the period of 1976 to 1983, particularly, you will be affected. You will experience the Chiron return and some major activations going on. So it's focused on healing wounds because Chiron is the wounded healer, represented by the archetype of a centaur, which is also Sagittarius, half man, half horse. The beast. Chiron was able to heal others, but not himself. It's actually a beautiful story. If you Google Chiron with Greek mythology, it's a beautiful story. And if you watch Percy Jackson, there is a centaur there called Chiron. But the wounding that you will experience through this period is related to self-worth, your identity, solar plexus energy, your sense of security, money, the body, and our relationship with Earth. And I've been feeling this quite intensely. I'm trying to grow my own food, vegetables. I am embracing understanding or deepening my knowledge about earth or nourishment and how to use, plants in a different way. I'm actually busy with an Ayurvedic detox at the moment. So you could be sensing that this is something that you need to do, especially for the body. There's also, any wounds around money, your relationship with money, your sense of security and stability are going to come through for Taurus at this time. So it's self-worth wounds, those feelings of not being enough, whether that's financial, whether it's physical, whether it's emotional, maybe a little bit of imposter syndrome coming through. If you have a scarcity mindset, that is going to be triggered. If there's any shame around debt, a fear of instability, or difficulty in receiving abundance, which is a feminine energy. So it's important to tap into the feminine aspect of yourself as well, because abundance is about flow and it is about being open to receive. That is a wound, that is something that I have been working on. Just being able to receive with grace, even if it's a compliment or someone offering to pay for a meal, that is going to come up for you. Body and embodiment. So the body, if you have any disconnection from the body, you could be struggling with body image. Chronic health wounding is also something that is going to come through. And ignoring physical signals. So don't, pay attention to your body right now. What is your body telling you? Do you need rest? Do you need to recuperate? your energy and revitalize your energy? Is there something in your diet that you need to shift and change? Maybe a vegetarian diet for a short while could help release the toxins from the body that are present in meat if it's not, organic, and if it's not raised in a way that is, with integrity or respect to earth, you are going to absorb that energy as well. That can create a buildup of toxins in the body. You could also be feeling that a little bit sluggish or heavy, and that your lymph system is maybe not working as it should. So food and nourishment is going to be really important. If you have any patterns of eating that are chaotic or disordered, like you don't focus on your nourishment, that is going to come through. Any unhealthy addictions as well are going to be challenged. And then your foundation, your home, your sense of safety, your possessions, something that's going to come through for you. It's really important to spend time in nature and maybe giving back to nature as well, healing your relationship with earth. There's a sense of ecological grief with what's going on right now. There's also a sense of, how do I make my living more sustainable? How do I work with the land and with earth to create sustainability? So those are some of the themes that I wanted to share with you, Taurus, for the Chiron placement. So 1976 to 1983, if you were born in those years, then you have a Chiron placement in Taurus, like I do. I'm a 78 baby. I have a placement of Chiron in Taurus, and those issues definitely have been showing up for me. So June 19th is a date to pencil into your calendar to notice if there are any energetic shifts for you. Okay, Taurus, I am also doing personal reading. So if you want half an hour or 60-minute personal reading, my details are in the description box below. Let's get into this reading for you, Taurus. Spirit, please, and thank you for the sign of Taurus. Strong placements. What messages of advice can you give to Taurus? Heartbreak. This could be related to self-worth as well, Taurus. Maybe reflections of different relationships or interactions where that has caused or resulted in heartbreak for you. Also, grief and loss are themes that could be coming up, and this could be related to a sense of safety as well, not feeling, safe in your control of loss is what I'm sensing. There might also be some legal issues that you are dealing with, or contracts. There is fairness in the situation. The Justice card is here, card of Libra. So, if there's anything that you want to bring to justice, this is a good time. Things are going to work out in your favor. There's going to be a sense of balance and fairness as well. But it's also important to focus on your boundaries, Taurus. Emotional fulfillment, and that's something that you are working on or focusing on, is your sense of emotional fulfillment. What brings you emotional fulfillment? And maybe that means also acknowledging your own emotions, Taurus, and not suppressing or distracting or numbing them out, bypassing them. You could be seeking counsel, a mentor, a coach, someone wise to advise you on business matters or career matters or financial matters. You could be thinking of starting your own business as well. Boundaries again, Taurus. I keep getting boundaries, energetic time, all of those, it's really important that you are able to draw your boundaries and also balance out thinking with emotion and also your intuition. It's a lot of sword energy here, which is about thought. It is also about communication. So when communicating, make sure that um, it is from a place of groundedness and integrity as well. Something new is coming in for you, Taurus, and these two came out together. So that's the ending of a cycle, ending of a chapter, and the passionate new beginning of a new one. This could be relationship for some of you. I got that quite strongly. You could be in a period of celibacy or in a long period of not being connected or not having relationship. I can relate to that, being single for the last 7.5 years. So that cycle seems to be coming to an end because you are working on the core wounds that are related to being in relationship. You are starting to feel a sense of passion again. Your passion is being lit up again, Taurus, is what I'm feeling. There could be a specific person that you are interested in. But even if you don't enter into a relationship, it's a sense of trusting in love again. It's a sense of working through the karmic lessons of past relationships and acknowledging them, working through those lessons, working through any trapped emotion you may have around those situations. And healing those aspects that you may have suppressed. It feels like a natural transition and a smooth transition as well. So, being a fixed sign, it's difficult for Taurus to shift and change, which is why this could have been something you've been processing over a long period of time. But I do feel like there's a new chapter here, a new creative chapter as well. Fire energy. Yes, and it has to do with loss again. It has to do with maybe transcending the feelings of loss or acknowledging the feelings of loss and being able to be still, excuse me, Taurus, with your emotions for a little while. And also recognizing that there is still hope, that there is still room for love, that there is still room for exploring life and the beauty that life has to offer. God of Scorpio, the world is a god of Capricorn as well. Shifting your focus, Taurus. So if there's anything you've been working on that has not been yielding results, it's time to reconsider, reevaluate, review, and shift your focus and pivot. I think you are at a period of evaluating, are you where you need to be financially? Security again, this has to do with, stability and security, finances, maybe reevaluating your, anything related to finance like insurance or looking at your income, looking at different avenues of income as well, but reconsidering whether you are happy with where you are career-wise and financially. Anything else for Taurus, Spirit, please, and thank you for the sign of Taurus. Advice. The end of a difficult cycle. And you are starting to see the horizon now, Taurus. You could have felt betrayed, the world again, so that's a repeating message. God of Capricorn, major arcana, and this is also the end of a cycle. So something is definitely ending here. And maybe it is your scarcity mindset. This is the scarcity mindset. This is worry and anxiety and control of abundance and control of finances. But the tighter we hold on to that, the more we are restricting flow and abundance. So if we hold on to the status quo as it is with the intention of preserving status quo and conserving energy, we actually are blocking ourselves from opening up to new opportunity and new flow. So it's important, even though it's difficult for Taurians to change, it's important to consider what other avenues of income you could explore. It's important to allow your money to flow and to work on your relationship with money and what that means. Are you able to receive as well? Are you holding on tightly to your current situation? Are you blocking flow in any way? And that has to do with the wounding, the Chiron in Taurus wound energy. Yes, flow and abundance, Taurus. That is the advice from Spirit. And this is the card of Taurus. So it's a beautiful way to end and close off this reading. The Empress is always depicted as pregnant because it represents the sacred seeds that you are planting. It represents fertility. Excuse me, Taurus. I have a bit of a congestion, and maybe I need to listen to my body and rest a little bit today. But this is allowing flow. You see how that water is flowing freely over her shoulders, almost enveloping her. And that's the receiving energy of abundance, the feminine energy of flow, the feminine energy of creativity as well, creation, but also the connection, the deep connection to earth and how you can give back, because it is also about reciprocity. So, where are you able to give back as well, Taurus? And that could be planting a vegetable garden, that could be tending to your garden, healing earth, healing through earth, through those small acts of kindness as well. But it is about tapping into the feminine, the nurturer. Um, this is also about trusting in the patience and timing required after you have planted seeds. It is about consistency and tending to your ideas and tending to your intentions so that you can bring or transmute the fire or the creative energy of the feminine and land it in a structured and contained and a grounded way. And that's why we need both masculine and feminine energy. This is also again about awareness of body and stepping into your body to allow for grounding. I just heard turmeric as well. So turmeric could be something that you could take in warm water every morning. For some of you, that helps with inflammation as well, but it's a very grounding spice. And also spending time in nature, but also in your garden and maybe growing your own vegetables, as far as you can. Also looking at the source of your nutrition and re-looking at nutrition again, Taurus, and looking at the timing of when you eat as well, because there is a digestive clock. Listening to your body is very important. Ayurveda, has a very interesting cycle um, for when to eat. And, the heaviest meal of the day is recommended at noon because our digestive fire is at its peak at noon. In the morning, a very light meal because it is the kapha state, which can be Taurus, the heavy stoic energy. And so something light is better than a heavy meal at breakfast time. And there are different opinions on this, but this is something that I'm working with at the moment. So intermittent fasting could be something that also helps. But just re-looking at your nutrition and the way you nourish your body, Taurus, as well. I hope this helped. Again, if you'd like a personal reading, my details are in the description box. Happy birthday, Taurus, and I'm sending you so much love until the next time.